I would like to introduce Ritsko van Vliet. He's an expert in experience, and please let his insights surprise you.
Yeah, that's much better because I need both hands, and that's always very important. Not only work with your left hand and always look to your right hand, cooperate together, and I will show you. I'm an informal mentee and I'm an informal mentor, and I won't tell you my whole story, but it's a little bit familiar to Cirillo. And what I want to share with you is my experience in informal mentoring, and I did it by making a mentoring toolbox. Yes. And in that box you have several things, and the most important thing is it's the quality of the head, what we do with it, and I will show you. And this is the mentor head, and I hope next summit, I don't know, maybe next year, when you come in, I know for sure, wherever in Europe, you can ask for it. And if it's not your color, we can make them in red, in black, and even in white. It's no problem. Look, when you are a mentor, no secluded mind. No, not in that way, but an open mind. It's very important. Just show yourself to the world and take a look at the world. And take a look that we all are different, and therefore we are glad. That's very important, to know that no one is equal. Of course, we have to do it in that way, like the fireman. Of course, there are struggles, there are problems, and yes, extinguish the fire around the mentee, around yourself, around the world. And that's the next skill. The next skill is to be like a diplomat. To give an insight in the mind of other, and to be calm. Sometimes, yes, of course. That's very important, because we lead the mentee, but even the mentee leads us. And of course, like Napoleon did, it's not on the short term, it's on the long term, because our life is very long. It's not only for the 4 years in university or the 4 years in high school. No, it's for our total life. So not the success on the short time. Oh, have a good life. No, it's for the total world. And of course, sometimes like a bullfighter, you have to be there. And you have to face all the external fights. And the government, the university, no money. I heard about, no funds. And then one man said, no, we don't need funds, we need you. Okay. But you have to fight and to face that. And of course, sometimes you need to be a Harry Potter. Yeah, in that way. And after all, and that's the very important thing, every time when you close the discussion, when you close the sitting down with your mentee, you both feel like a flower growing up. Our world, and now, sometimes, a few months ago, we said, our world outside Europe, oh, it's so bad. But now we face it, we look, it's in Europe ourselves. It's a struggle, it's action, and now we talk about it. And we see when we talk about it, especially in Holland, we make it more difficult. Yesterday, our Prime Minister, he has to face because he spoiled some SMS, yes? The whole day we talked in The Hague about that question. And when they talk about it, it's a struggle for life. But now, when you do it in an informal or connection to a formal way of mentoring, you see that you can face this struggle. I can trust you? Yes. Yeah, okay. Okay. I told you, and you know, when you see around, no one is equal. So when we are born, okay, we are lovely. And whenever in Asia or in America or Africa, we are all equal. But in the way of living, you see that there is something happening. There is something happening. Some people, very low status. Some people, like you, and the other one, always your neighbor, it's going further and further and it's growing. Yeah, and he's always winning the lottery. And the same postcode, I don't know. But now it's very important, everything in mentoring, that you learn that we don't look to what we have, what we own. No, we look to who we are. And in that way, then it's rather easy when we talk to each other and we come to each other. And we do it in that way. Ho, 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 ho. You see that we come in speaking terms. Yeah? But now you talk about holistic approach. Yes? Not only one part, second part, no, the whole thing. So how can we connect to each other? That's very important to have more summits. Yeah? Yeah. And at home you can tell the people, yeah, to visit the summit, that's really my job, okay? And you talk, like we did, a panel discussion, and we have some keynote speakers, and we have some workshops. And then, when you leave tonight, or maybe tomorrow, to your own university or your job or whatever, and then you know that we have a connection. Yeah. Okay, last but not least, the linking rings. It's just a really an old-fashioned trick, but it will give us the sign and the meaning of why mentoring touches eternity. The words of Betty, you never know where the impact ends. I will show you. In that case, it's rather hard to connect, yes? Because we always see to our difference. But when we see to the equality, you see in that way it's possible to come together to each other, yes? And not, thanks, and not for every moment. Sometimes it's also in a relation, it's good to take apart. What we need for mentoring and for the connection, it's communication, it's trust, and it's listen to each other. And in that way, you look there, and it's happening at the other side, yeah? 1, 2, 3. Sometimes, tempo. Arriva, yes. And sometimes, just in a Dutch way, easy going. Oh, yes. Oh, wait. Can you hold that a minute? now we go to the closing ceremony, just to give the connection to each other. And that are the words of Betty, and you have it for your whole life, because it's here. These important words, and everyone, when you go, you know it by heart. Mentoring touches eternity. Of course it touches eternity. You never know when the impact ends. Yes, okay. Okay.